Hey everyone, my name is Jeanine McAdams Nesbitt, and John Polk asked me to post a video for your group directed at the musicians on how to prepare and tips on preparing for the amazing open call audition that is occurring with No Drama Entertainment. The audition is tomorrow, Monday, August 7th, and Tuesday, August 8th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. both days. You must register for this audition first and foremost, and you can go to nodramaentertainment.com or you can call 407-568-9779. Just a brief background on me. I am a keyboardist, music director, performer, songwriter, producer, and music teacher. I've been in this area for a long time, and I've done some shows. I've done Joyful with No Drama Entertainment, and I've also performed with some of the duos in that company as well. So I just want to share my knowledge and wisdom with you and hope that it will help you prepare. So when you go to the website, the first thing you want to do is, like I said, get registered, and then you want to check the song list. There is a specific song list where you can pick and choose the song that you want to audition for, and or audition with, I should say. And they have genres from R&B to Latin to gospel to pop rock to funk. So select one. I suggest you prepare two. Have your main first one that you want to do, and then select another one. And if you do select another one, I suggest it's in a different genre. But whatever genre you pick or what song you pick, make sure that you are comfortable with it. You know it backwards and forwards as it has been originally recorded. The other thing they said in the audition notice is that come prepared to jam with the house band that they will have at the audition, and to show your improv skills. So you will get an opportunity to show some of your improvisational skills, and they will guide you through that as you go through your audition. The most important thing I can say to you is they want to see you as a performer. They are looking for bands, duos, like duets, duos, I should say the same thing, trios and quads. And they are also looking for individual musicians too. And they are going to use this group of people selected for not only Joyful, but for other shows that they do produce and put together. So this is a good production company to get connected with. So again, like I said, when you come in, they want to see you. Learn the song as it was originally recorded, and then be prepared to jam with it. And one very important thing also is your attitude, your professionalism, stage presence are equally as important as your musicianship. So come in ready to do you, but don't think you know it all. Don't think that, and even if you know everyone in the room, because likely you will know at least one person that's in the room, whether they're on the audition panel or a member of the house band that you will be auditioning with. You need to approach this like they've never heard you or seen you before, and you got to come with that A game. The other thing you must have prepared is a bio. The bio must contain a picture. So hopefully if you have an action shot of you playing, you know, with social media and everything, there's got to be a picture out there that you can put onto your bio. It can take up one page, but the most important thing, this bio must be one sheet. Some people come in with 2 sheets or whatever if you have a lot of experience or what have you, but come one sheet picture. You can have it at the top, you can have it on the other side with your contact information, your most current up-to-date contact information, and your bio should include your experience, your skills, if you've recorded, you know, what albums that you've done, if they were on yourself as an artist, or if you recorded on other people's projects, what other named people you've worked with in the area or nationally or internationally, and whatever that case may be. But the important thing here is bullet point. Don't do a big narrative book about it. Just get to the highlight, bullet pointed, so they can look at it and see and say, oh, we see that you used to play at River of Life Christian Center, or that you went on the road with so-and-so. They want to be able to hone on that very quickly. When you're in your audition too and you're jamming with the band, again, start out the song, get in your pocket, drummers, keyboardists, bass players, horn players, guitar players, learn the song. Keyboard players, they will have a keyboard there for you, and most of the songs, you know, if you know where to find the clavinet or the synth horns or the piano or the electric piano string, whatever the case, whatever song you're doing, just make sure you ask that before you start your audition, where that patch may be on that particular keyboard. I auditioned one time and they had a Nord, and I knew absolutely nothing about it, but they're very helpful. If you just ask that before you start your audition. And the band, like I said, just jam, have a good time, show your stage presence, smile. If you're one of those musicians like myself who I just like to play, at least smile. Or if you're standing up and playing, you can do a little bob or, whatever, that type of thing. But it doesn't have to be like, And I'm being silly, I'm sorry. The other thing is, again, you may want to prepare another selection just in case they ask you. And again, I suggest that is in a different genre altogether. So like if you're doing gospel, I think one of the songs on the gospel list is Hosanna by Kirk Franklin. Very difficult piece. On the Latin section, they have Glorious by Martha Manizzi. That's on there. So in that Christian music realm, if that's what you do best, fine, go ahead and do that. Then pick another song in another genre, like a pop genre. I think in the funk genre, they have like Superstitious. Keyboardist, that's a great song to audition from, as well as Glorious. That's another great, I think a great piano and keyboard song to audition from. They also have jazz on there too. Selections, so straight ahead jazz like Fly Me to the Moon, I think, Route 66. So if you got some jazz chops and you know those songs and you can play traditionally swing or bebop, go for it, if that's what you know how to do. And again, I said earlier, approach this like you've never seen these people before and they've never seen you before. Another key point, don't try to read the judges or the panelists' faces, because when they're watching, they're going to watch you. They may smile, they may bob, they may not. They most likely won't. They're going to have their poker faces on, and they're probably going to write little notes or whatever. Don't watch that. Don't look at that. Don't try to assess what they're thinking, what they're writing. Don't do any of that, because that will throw you off, and you'll probably 100% of the time be incorrect in your assessment, and that will impact your audition. And you just want to do your best. You want to bring your A game. Another thing, don't come into this audition looking any old kind of way. Who Shot John, wrinkled shirt, just looking messy, sloppy. You want to have that stage presence. You want to look your best, and whatever that best may be. So if you in a pop band or whatever, a lot of times you wear jeans and really nice shirts and you're groomed and everything. Be groomed. Be your stage presence best. Finally, again, bring energy into it and have fun. It's natural to be nervous. If they see that you're nervous, some people get nervous, they want to faint or pass out sometimes, or they start breathing heavily and they're sweating. The panel, they're very attuned to that, and my experience has been with this particular production company. If they see that you're really, really nervous, they're going to do their best to put you at ease. And so just know that they don't want you to be scared and nervous. They just want you to do your best, and they're very encouraging and supportive of that. So again, it's nervous, it's the anxiety because you don't know what you're walking into. But when you get there, smile, introduce yourself, be very clear. They may have a video camera taping you just to see what you look like, because again, your presence and your attitude is just as important as your musicianship. And finally, understand, and if this is your first time auditioning for something like this on this level, understand what you've done in the past, what's on your resume, and people know you. They know your attitude, they know your work ethic. People that know you, they know this, and that reputation does carry. And how you approach this audition, when you come in with a great attitude, you don't come in looking all grungy and having and arrogant and I know this, and likely you'll hear people that have auditioned before you. Don't be intimidated by that either. But just be you, be a good you, be your A game you, and because that will carry. You may not get a gig, likely you will, and what they will think when they're casting different productions and shows and gigs and stuff like that, they're going to remember, oh yeah, wasn't really the greatest improv, but they were a solid pocket. Or the drummer, didn't do all these riffs, which is okay, but the drummer had the pocket locked it in, can play with a track, no problem. Or the guitar player has really good chord structure, has a nice sound, very good. Those are the things they're going to remember, particularly from a musician point of view. And that reputation is going to carry with you throughout your career. And it also puts you in touch with people. I'll briefly share an audition story. And this is not, I'm originally from Minneapolis. And before I moved here, I auditioned for a small play about Mahalia Jackson. And I auditioned to be Mildred, her piano player. And some of you young folks may or may not know about Mahalia Jackson, but Aretha to Whitney to those vocalists all looked up to her. She was really big in the 30s and the 40s and 50s, and she brought blues and R&B into gospel music, and she got kicked out of the church behind it. But anyway, particularly the Holiness churches, but she was just the most incredible vocalist. But anyway, a friend of mine was doing the show. I got asked to do audition. It required me to sing, it required me to play, it required me to act, and I didn't sing and act per se, but I went and did everything I could to prepare for this. I went and got a book about Mahalia Jackson and read it cover to cover in one night so I could understand the people in her life. So when I prepared for Mildred, I dressed the part. I had this floral dress on, and at the time I was like 28, 29 years old. Had this floral dress on. I pulled my hair back in a ponytail. I had little pearls on, and I walked on the stage, and I did Blessed Assurance, I think. I played and sang Blessed Assurance, and then I read some lines and stuff like that. Well, long story short, I didn't get the part, but the director was so impressed with my audition, and he called me personally and said, I loved your audition. I loved everything you did. I feel so bad that I can't give this to you. I can't cast you in this role only because you are too young. You look too young to do this role. So I didn't have the appearance for the role, but he said, I want to keep you in my Rolodex or my contact list, if you will. I'm old school. And in the future, I will call you for other auditions. I really want to utilize you. I think you're a good talent. And for the director to call you personally, that's a big deal. So I knew I did my best, and I thanked him for calling me because I know he didn't have to do that. The production assistant usually makes those phone calls. But I ended up that same summer moving here to Florida, so I never got to perform in that theatrical group. But if I ever go back to the Twin Cities and I decide to audition at this particular theater, I understand he's still directing there. I know I would get the next part. Whatever that may be. But that reputation, that audition, I did my best. I wasn't a strong actress at that point yet. I wasn't a strong singer, but I did my best. I came dressed for the part. I had the right attitude. That was impressive enough to say, I can't do this part because you don't look the part, but I will call you. I can call you in the future for other things. I really want to work with you. So remember that. Be encouraged by that. The rejection is hard, but that rejection wasn't hard because I knew I did my best. So I say to you, good luck. Bring your A game, have a good time, and I look forward to seeing you and performing with you soon. God bless, have a great day. Thanks, everyone.